Hi there. The other day was Father's Day, and my dad passed away in 2006. So it was sort of a sad day for me, missing him a lot because he was really a wonderful man. A friend of mine posted a video the other day talking about her dad and how when he was getting close to the end of his life, she talked to him and said, when you get to the other side, can you leave me a message? Can you leave me dimes? And I thought it was so funny because although I didn't have that particular conversation with my dad before he passed, I do find dimes all the time. And it's usually at the times in my life when I need encouragement the most. The conversation that I had with my dad before he passed away, for some reason I got a really strong feeling that it was very, very imminent. And I had phoned all my my kids and said, if you want to see Grumpsy, I think you need to get here today. You need to come and see him. And so everybody came to the house, and at that point in time, he was not communicating. He was really out of it. He had cancer and was in a lot of pain, so he was pretty much resting all the time. And my niece, when she came over, she grabbed his hand and started to cry. And the first thing that she started to do, I guess it was an automatic reaction, to start telling him how much she loved him and talking about the stories of things that they had done together and the things that meant so much to her as a child. And all of a sudden his eyes popped open and he was totally alert and with it. And everybody got a chance to hold his hand and tell him how much they loved him and what he meant in their life. It was really a wonderful evening. And I did not get that opportunity because everybody else was busy and it was getting late. But the last thing that I did spend a lot of time with my dad, so I didn't begrudge them that time. But I did say to him, the very last thing I said to him before I went out of the room and he was going to go to sleep for the night was, Dad, remember, we talked about this before. We used to always have these conversations where, what will you do when I pass? He said, get a bunch of candles, label them A, B, C, D. Well, that was just too much work for me. But I had said to him at the very end, remember, you promised that you would come back and let me know that you're okay. And I left it at that. Well, the thing that blew me away was I was sitting getting my nails done one day, and all of a sudden my phone started to ring. But it wasn't a ring I recognized. It wasn't the timer on the phone. It wasn't the alarm, and it wasn't any of the ringtones that I had on my phone. And it was vibrating like crazy, and I picked it up and looked at it, and it said disconnected. There was a colon, Dad. Well, I just about fell over because in my phone I had programmed Mom and Dad. There was nothing in there that had Dad on its own. And so it blew me away. But the first thing that came to my mind was, he did it. Right? And my dad was such a practical joker. He loved to play little tricks, and I could just see him up there smiling and just laughing that he'd actually been able to send a message. So, and maybe you guys think that's crazy. For me, it was very, very memorable because it was a conversation we'd had many, many times. Anyway, the long and the short of this is look for little miracles. Look for encouragement wherever, because you will be surprised at what pops up if you expect it. Anyway, have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.